This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Hi Boadu TV, yema mu nyina kwa aba mfambra so. Na Afenyo marken, ombe yi ne fi parliament ana ombe yi no efi minority so say leader na. Nsem bi bobo ba lawyer Baffour Awuah Benshia South MP. Waka die ntia Afenyo enho ba be kire no. Waka die ntia speaker say onko privileges committee ne entoto na no. Na asem e ba na nya seketwa o. Yesi NDC for na sisi so mu do so parliament. Inti omo MPP for no so Baffour Awuah de nyina atodwa. Ena entokwa ekoso we kran se da nyantoa misunderstand kaka ekoso Wesley girls nkemofo ni ye mamon nye fast nya bisa wakasa da fa ho sisenka en sorry wo Ghana o masisi schools nyina ka se o gye schools asem ebisi Ghana no enya asenketwa bail conditions yesa man for the so da you ko ni hwan on bail condition kro mutimi ntwa wo enye izo but I'll say OSP office no yan scrap yengunu na enfaso bi eni so yengunu
dana OSP ka so wache me no me be kono Peter na me friend first and Deru me friend Deru na me friend Peter and the Peter so boy Awudu amanie and na obo friend say we ba so amanie enti me call ya mo na me ye bibia na for mo say o mache me no and I me say 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 me friend me lawyer. In fact lawyer me friend no yele Baffour Awuah. Oh good. Say on some peni di eti o. Eti bi we ka me say me ni lawyer. Wonu su ni ha. And na omo say menene kasa na omo say me ma omo enti asema me lawyer kasa me say no I won't do that. Because me will write say me lawyer kasa bra won't be. Actually, no, so no. I know said okay. And lawyer said, "So no mukasa." And I'm the two loudspeaker. And no call back and forth. For almost the say. I rather help to write my statement. And you read. After that, in the same bibra kokoso. Can you fratan some more akoso? Na se kwa dia bad year was say a year. Friend say, but ipebu. And so some ma wa dia gu papa so. And yasenketua. Can you fratan? The red alert, you be charge no, yen charge no, you for say, attorney general say, one more pet in the bed to me, and my desire at the first crumple, and my dequa movie if a baby, yes, I just almost pay the bit to me, I enti OSP for charges no, embre womo, or say the men found court, enti I get back and forth. My men starting free, it be a fair your assessment of the performance. And at the I don't know, because establishment of the officer, it may be too complex, but the performance of this particular OSP.
Me dear Marjorie any insusie nyina ne say office no fa dear yes I hwini bio
ye de yesi yengu no
me so makasi yengu no
ne jam
me makasi yengu no na unse to da bi asabi ene nipa akoy parliamentarian into kasa na se hwini ye o kan se o dwene hu mienu akoy public figure
twist and tense
demo asemu a sabio obeka ne demo no ye nka na bonten enti ya na makasa no kan no ahwini ye miniano o man tumi a ye de manipa se onhwehwa asemu otumi chi nipa tum etuwi de ni ko gina court bo no kwadu enye obia na yese de se tumi ne hye ne nsa on say o check the constitution of Ghana who freedom of movement ade etumi ti freedom of movement ne so the power of arrest by a state entity a ye de se tumi na den ahye ne nsa o check criminal offences and procedure act 30 no a say tumi o police for nsem o check national security national intelligence is it and securities act no a o Osha tumi a yɛde ama National Intelligence Bureau no koraa no ɔmo ni tumi so ɔmo de chi nipa just say they do it with the collaboration of the police it is what they say tumi no ebema agency bia na ɛwɔ se yɛhwɛ ne yie pa it is what beti ku a your friend of the office of the special prosecutor now the quantum krobi abeto ano say ɔno na say tumi no onfa meye adwuma na ɛwɔ se uhye ne yie pa fi se di kan wa nhwe ya wa hankoye adwuma no a na kyese tumi no wa anfa anya adwuma utiri so anya ya tumi no de be ye adwuma ama ne ho so tumi no de be ye adwuma ayeden ama ne ho eno ne me one of the major reasons why sa office no na me feel say ini kwanse ye hyase kra and you see enye se ye ba mu na meka eye the position am hold it from day one etoso mienu Ghana abakosemu the time ayenya special prosecutor yenya bi pen yenya bi pen ewi akire no ye de ketase hye ne pro ye ni dwirim ebo no enti abakosem kire yen say yenya abie no or the office ni ye adwuma ye dey ema ne ho so na wo hwe se ye wo ni o serious fraud office in a bay the economic and organized crime office Yoko a organization
yes
a bay Yoko and ye benya financial and intelligence center uhwe sa kuo mienu we no na sebe enye ohodinfo bi an ye feel se sebe obebre wuo enye ohodinfo bi ne ye feel se sebe obebre wuo ana obebra corruption so
enye something bi
enye something
enye Zuma Nelson
eye ekuo ana eye adwuma na special prosecutor de eye something ohodinfo bi ne ye so obebre wuo wuchira anye ya echina no so mpafe na what you
we awudu ntiase
no dia
de nyame
awudu ntiase ono a o se
enche ni mu
o me je ni mu awudu
sometimes we ma
acha we use
ma on train mo na
next time we refia
me tie na say o ye here
na wa correct me
na ma correct o
awudu
yeah,
lawyer. So bebreu na beso mpafe na wote ase. Wo so bebreu afi de wo na wonton fundaka.
Hey.
Wote ase.
Tafi wote ase. Menti ase.
Nipa na obe ma ewu agyan.
Agyan no olumo.
And then oton fundaka.
Okay, just mpafe aye skeleton aye ribs na fe wa fon wo bewu na wo hali nyina ye expose why you so lean say just about dying me was also you came to cure death and to overpower death me was so the way you could feel you kwa so na wona you could feel so afundaka na we ton win
to fundaka so at as awudu enti me ehona me feel say ye and you see wo hwedwumadi a the current Ude yemfa ukase so narrow it down to just the current special prosecutor. Sometimes yeah na ye personal.
Yeah.
It one and say yeah me careful because Ubia Beja Tum say I was one of the first people in this current dispensation. Me can say sa office ni yenhwe ye. Na memma a lot of reasons in here. What who say bra ye papa Martina midu oba sa office one case aye nyina ye hu ye se okono akono ye pa eye mama Ayariga case honorable mama Ayariga
tractor no
adan a ne loan e wo parliament the excess on the loan besia na no parliament de bo no ye tete ne bosome no the excess o de ye no akoye bibi fofora ono ye na dwen se eye corruption or corruption related so entino eniema e wo se Ghana fo nyina expect se bi ade office ne be kono enye no na omode ye den e ko And now no share World Bank IMF report on the officer. Was it one? There are no standards. A office where a check cases cry or more than a juma and as a time crowd with cases near the air court. That is a major red flag. Corruption in the office is a major red flag of corruption in that office. Major red flag because I then decide on time I'm a person with case in the court. Case you cry I'm a person medical. Any case crab in person me the bed na dear nebe magana macra who say case na men person me the becono qua men person me the becono a yajin papa be ne tech intia Nenyese sebe me the yebi before from Faro ya mami Cecilia da parkis de bia me kasi ye kroma no ade si 1979-81 say ye refi na ye nsua ne ma bebre so anya den emfri ya hwe ya ye bekum nipa ansa na ye hu se nipa ni di bem na ye nyina ye no ye ho opempanyfo se ukọ police station ne se ukoye complain atia minua godon a uduru ho police ni bi on call law school da wo ba o kan wasem ni nyina kire no kakra na wasua no otimi ka cho se case we criminal case otimi ka cho se case we dey mfa ma police station it is all spending 158 million cedis a year on an office offered the office of the special prosecutor. Now we lawyer for a kukudam egusa office wo na omo ye adwuma. The natural expectation is say omo be more than the police in your own law school yes, that's right. It is all the case ne komanoa also otimi ahyase na otimi ka se case no eni yakache enye case aye ne eden ye hweso if we say odim se ono no the mandate what the shisha asemu a prosecutor asem no baako ye corruption and corruption related offenses by public office holders, politically exposed persons. So what I say under the Criminal Offences Act at 30. Corruption and corruption related offenses by public office holders, politically exposed persons under any other law. And now say breach of the Public Procurement Act.
Yeah.
Na so be catcher will say sebe no bisika shenem paase. Ena nipa nim kwala ebi ono omotie akwa akuwia. Me pa cho ati ase. Enti wakwa report wo muti case ni wo court. Sebe fa ne se eye corruption kra na bibi no ye a. Eho na nimanim wo na no. Unim kwan kro fa so ye de enya sika no. It will to be jumping to the conclusion say a breach of Public Procurement Act. Yes. And as a corruption or corruption related offense under Act 30, Act 29, and as any other law. In Tibia, Ubeka se bebia or mubetumi asheshe sansemi ye police. And I say Yoko. And I say FIC. Yeah. So we should be to say the anti-money laundering laws of Ghana. Opening munya butrena munshim.
Anti-money laundering law.
Anti-money laundering law. Anti-money laundering law no. Ye the bowa. Ye the sakwa edunu bowa. Woho. Wo na wuko prove se sika no.
What ya?
Sika no wa enye krono kwan so na ade nya sika no.
It is no your reverse
enye money laundering enye process of money laundering and crime.
You have to prove.
And
you're stealing.
Debbie. The burden is on
you. Wow.
To show where you got the money from. To show say it is from a legitimate source. Nya butrena mu ready sa law. Yes. Enunti na nkrofo ka say ye hear lifestyle audit laws no me ade na metia. And now no me chire mu na nkrofo say lawyer Baffour of corruption so nti no ka sa.
Wo munim. Lawyer, make us say ehu no. That make us say because facha me sremo. I'm hoping say it will not disturb your thoughts. Na papa bi o winsa man de broso and when yare ɛna yɛdena kɔ hospital enti da bia no mu ka kyerɛ sɛ papa ade wanya ya ebe hawo da bia ba hospital ma na bre yɛde ba admission ya de ade wɔyɛ ɔsmate 2 weeks no wajai no wasade esi mu sia no enti one day na ne manaka kyerɛ doctor de sɛ wɔn ka ade bia bɛbɔ papa ni hu no mu sɛ papa no wɔpɛ ma kakra enti kazuti to kɔ hospital ma na doctor ka kyerɛ sɛ opanyini ade wi ya wo yi wa anye careful ko mpa acha busumi mienu ebetimi akumu bema was ene yare na ehu was yare na eti wajai ade na ye wajai de se bekunu de se amfa no hu ba se bekunu something de was ye de yare no ehu eti anti money laundering law de e was ye no reverse
that's right
ene ehu pa ehu
anti money laundering law so very very dangerous
wow
Miss Woody Munya
Peter short ho
Munya Butreda Cocaine Samrano. Enti and also a day financial and intelligence of center no between the aye juma and a yoko so between the aye juma
law lawyer men tiasio anti money laundering law could some ka say reverse na say obi suspect say why a bibia or no never prove say why the money now charge you.
Yes.
Now where the mere thought to say what who property be then what conclude say
a act of parliament is a kotubo ne ready kotubo ne ready kotubo ne ready
you got no money na be suspect so
me say sabera ka che asebero
no na me say ready bio na me for the come alampan before the come alampan ana alampan mama hwe say
onu okekem
me okekem me for the man no na say alampan hwe o say emra ba ni
ai
alampan say emra ba ni
time na pass alaway
mama hwe mama free the
alampan say God please tell lawyer I admire his dexterity of the law when I grew up I want to be like him
alampan no
kan come na wo ye yate ase da open won san kan ne
can come on.
I was for 80 a high movement television program in the Bechimu. Awudu Mahama, managing editor, the custodian newspaper. Or I say no more. Peter and Kuma, also a deputy editor. Emma Dispatch newspaper and NPP member of Parliament for Mensia South. Lawyer Naneji Baffour Awuah.
Catch a lamp, say, me sendeno on some because
yes, but yes, me catch it.
Me really being chrem. So, it is Sanetia, not office of the special prosecutor. Then a Sicilia Park case. Would you call roadshow? The media folk only fear so search no near there. So, and no concorda,
Echo America, you know,
Echo America. To the extent said Americans now write to you to say there's no evidence of money laundering. Why America? Why not the UK? Why not Dubai? Why not Mexico? But America. So until we share IMF report now about now it raises serious concerns about the office and in the operations. Opening La Bianca, you who they see.
Oh. You
who they La Bianca see. Now, here, yeti chroma. And there was a whole breaking news. Say OSP, I got J arrest warrant for Charles Bisu.
Yes.
There was a breaking news. OSP Ama Bonti and Bedinai. Ne memenda news file. And a special prosecutor call for interview. And now Samson interview no. And I say, and I hear there is an arrest warrant for him. I say, do you want me to say it?
And no, I said it.
When you know, I know or grow. So, office like that, a public office that is supposed to operate with candor.
Yes.
No quality
and
transparency. Arrest warrant Awajama will be a media house a breaking news all over Ghana. It was news all over. After the Yebisa once a more, won't to me Yaku could draw your day enka. You could pay a quarter. ɛhɔ na wokɔ ka sɛ unsa onje arrest warrant bia na yeye me prove sɛ wakɔgye arrest warrant yeye me prove sɛ Charles Bisu me prove sɛ wakɔgye arrest warrant enti sɛ okay ka dwumadi a ɛkɔ so hɔ ni nyina si ani a opanyi na wo de aba Kenufuri atade
ma men kan IMF report no just one paragraph to assist was say OSP has no clear and consistent systems to decide when cases are ready for court. It be person me dibe to as mo say no pen work IMF aka. It was a IMF report where 24th November was say the International Monetary Fund has delivered a pointed critique of Ghana's Office of the Special Prosecutor, indicating that the institution risks continued failure in confronting major corruption cases due to fundamental structural weaknesses. Chief among these weaknesses is the lack of a clear, consistent, and enforceable charging policy.
Okay, say Ira Martinami do throw article be about the Office of the Special Prosecutor. And what can say before say Kisi Eba the Special Prosecutor no cases be owa near the abrena na Kisi na your lawyer.
Yes.
Cases be owa near the abre Ira Martinami dua na Kisi na your lawyer.
Yes.
A free da obey Special Prosecutor no sa cases no ye unity woni na bio.
Oh yes.
Martinami do articles. Okay.
From the beginning.
Okay. Martinami do the articles. Okay.
Anyway, conflicted.
Said they make out was intimidate. Asemo America mana kosie ne say. Sabe, the evidence is there for everybody to see.
Kenofriata. February
of this year, NYA press conference. Cansem bebre. Ani emu bi ba abonten say. Se wo say papa no wo nyina so dia. Fa ne court. Nkrofo se ha woni ha beden de na court. Na yonkofo bi e wo media mu a se bi ono mu na di dwuma. E de ba na ye ka the constitution is clear. Se wo bo obi kwadu na nipa no unya no mfa ne nkokota wutumi ye den ekọ. Enti omoko basic February wa nkokot afedie ewo mu anu akọ ha wakoye search wa ha dia na wo hwehwe wo hwe breaches of the Public Procurement Act na breaches of the Public Procurement Act and only raid bebrebe dio sabi ni oma authorization say yentu omuska no and only raid omo office and only raid I mean sabi drug lords cry radio omo fiesa
Debbie
so mpanifo afa ko ba akira ekodu akira wose Kenufuri ata ekokra no o ka state agencies bi nye den emwa no ana omo antumi anye den amwa no amoma anche no wonu pensuano nsuo ni bisi wunchen a usire bi free baabi
say this wunchen na me fa no
all the power of arrest wo utise police ni to me a police for war under the Criminal Offences and Procedure Act 30 no wonsu wo bi enti police to me ejina nipa echi wo mo a wonsu utumi ye den eyibi na wankasa wo hie utumi se wo chi nipa ukokosiro bi se omo a na chi obi enti se obeka saa se ukoka se obi muaw na chi Kenufuri ata no wa nyamwa frise na ado danko akufu ado na wo so na ni nua no a sabi na no kurewum
entro
in fact hwe Sicilia da part time a yeyi no hwe krata na ado chiroma no obeka se sabi obi a wo chiro ne dofo krata
was my dear last paragraph no
eno chiro na ado sabi Sicilia da part da na da na koma ho enso wantumi ankoche no wantumi ankoye search woni fi
eguna ni masi
kwache no
etina che said ye wo ka no efa Kenufuri ata say na ninua na wa ba mu nti na wantumi anche no na enye dai enim
ne die kura wache no
Charles Bisu now or you're the regional secretary of our party for Western region.
That's true. Yeah.
Opa se wo hwehwe na wache no no wan ka se open na che no obi ka se menche no enya na na adodan kwa akufu ado aban so ana kisi ma Yewura John Mahama clearance on the airbus scandal
just before elections.
Etina che said ye okotena radio so kan na no kura bia anye den enim afede de akoba ne se nhwehwemu kura kire se one fa request for stop ankoto airport etina wo kase wo hia moa no why na wo kire on krata ase wo moa na phone call na ayeye mama ntwe magire nku bibi so office of the special prosecutor no or your attorney general mu fem pade o one ne hu attorney general no fem pade. In fact, some of us hold the view say unconstitutional. The office itself unconstitutional.
But obi the court ma
enyan court, particularly the power to prosecute. You feel say to some extent, but there's some school of thought says so we share the wording of the act no. We share the wording of the act on the power to prosecute no.
Yes.
It makes it a bit safe, debatable. But you shall and now we are also open extradition of Ken Ofori-Atta. Wouldn't be your Chokrata and Chief of Staff.
Chief of Staff in your day.
Chief of Staff in your day.
Now only Attorney General office.
Debbie just say o budget creba parliamenta Attorney General and be
only Attorney General office.
But you see, and then no honorable the past but because of o presence Marcus Wabentin intimi nkansi kiseja bi wo muade you see wo muade and wonye ntumu say wo Attorney General ase ne hawo nyina no o muade wonye ntumu say wo Attorney General ase kiseja bi gidi say wo ye special creature ya ebi mawiase da. It was not your man.
My lawyer can
section Nameka Anti-Money Laundering Act 2000.
Second arrest,
Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020. Act 1044. Section 55. The High Court shall have jurisdiction over the trial of an offense under this act. In a trial for an offense under this act, offense under the Anti-Money Laundering Act, Act 1044, an accused person may be presumed to have unlawfully acquired property in the absence of evidence to the contrary. If that accused person is in possession of a property which the accused person cannot account for and which is disproportionate to the known source of income of the accused person, or had at the time of the alleged offense obtained access to a property which the accused person cannot satisfactorily account for. One now bet baby you property. Lifestyle audit law. Lifestyle audit law. What I say? And now we can Crofosia MPP for Namabo Chrono, Namusfusi, a Betchemo, Etinamumpe lifestyle audit law, and we need Brandy. It's now bet me about not because a Baffour or car with them, when you're free. Me did say, I don't know, God, I'm not sure, baby, I'm in a car here.
I don't know, yes, the Benzino.
Ain't no, media. Me the office of the special prosecutor you medie eto nsaniania me feel say e braso sesa office no ye hwe ni bio
ye gu no
hwe sabio all over the world what is special prosecutor is for a limited period oba be ya assignment owia na wokọ America pa na 30 offices no to omuti wia no obeye na djuma uwi ano eden okọ but emeya afebo e ma ni megina kruntia ehunu nkwala enam tumi owonti ye man mu ayewe e man nye obi adwen da say until the office of the special prosecutor ni enko keta ase Wahu say you read the law. Enkofo bebre nim se bibi saa ho ento obo se ehia lifestyle audit. MPP no eto da bia na ye refi niema bi. Etia na amaye feel say niema bi ni ehia. Hwe Shraj Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice at the height of the President Rawlings's administration time na ni hu na ni hu pa no bi esuro no. Shraj was investigating members of the PNDC. And Emil Short, yes. Emil Short no create through nam enye press conference. And so the NSS
in fact, PV were being. PV were being.
Yes.
Now wouldn't PV were being your case with many no. I think in 1995.
Yes, 1995.
Sir, a dime you know.
I said you say when the baby dim.
Now somewhere 2009 hono and na ehwasem buy Brunina na dan we Italian e dan no me bia wo na wo free mu afi PV obese dan ne dia enti won ma na mi hu ade na ba madwim na me ka che Abdul Malik Kwekuba ko se Kwekuba se mi se won ma wura dem okofa report nya ji che se de e se wo ka no contradiction
sanity
and yes adi so ni mu enya se ke to asa no wo asa ma do but hold man opopare fo be frame me and dan se PV obi na wasi na no se da bi de wasi ya nchire yes 95 ye ka se PV obi PV obi di 95 wa
be so prime minister on the Rawlings call on the President Rawlings call France President Rawlings be kasasa was PV is it not true yeah you know so come it's true I call France be and you know the woman so Shraj akunketa se sa okay even President Mills crab buy sa British company
friend say
Baba Kamara no say nsemu e copy Shraj
any Dr. Sipayanki mo aja Sipayanki
na usha Amajaro usha essence say Shraj what that track record doing no asem na ba obunsuro na the ss omoye no omaye omo can etwa bia because there is that institutional track record and emfa ho ne de oho untini di impo so na ye nom no ya na ye pe
enya Amajaro
a British company bi
ayi Mabel Johnson oh nitiro ye no ya ma ye pe berima bia hodinfo bia obe kikikiki wokrom so ati ase anope ma minche me aminu apanyi commander Kofi Buache ya na unze ya na sa nipa bi sa na ya na Ghana fo pe ba ye no police
police no ye penipa bi wokrom de ho den no hey
okumkom
democracy no enya sa na ye chechire no eya abotre na the build institutions near den eko fi so ohodefo no se china oni ho a ohodefo no oni ho china sabi why na be say adwuma no
yes
and na no say ye papa Kwesi Pratt was wa fe dampare
say on a kind
yes what they kind
say artworks and flyers na ya na a bit
na senka institution no ye building ya with or without dampare send your police netie no sa na be den ebetie but essence one building institution it will call you no who say assistant
for the better
me can some keke say better say better
enya no kre wo be ya for the better
say better
and no the enya no
say better
the ACC wa Ghana
to lawyer wa
and no kra
how to say better say you better ye ya to say the institution is not what it used to be
okay
say better say you but yen kan sa intimia me de masemo ba wi the make man akosi say evidence they clear on the office of the special prosecutor Ghana for because ama bibisa awo ho a e wo yensem but here no this is the view we have taken
yes
say that office needs a serious second look.
Yes.
See it we go no na uko UK no ma you the National Crime Agency no me ade. You bet me at such offices to fight corruption. Hey, mama nka ba ku na me fentwam. Ghana your budget cycle. On see a ready budget too. Your be appropriation act. You are public office holders. E ho na omo procurement ni nyina. See we bibia afi na the auditor general e ba be audit.
Yes.
To auditor general ba e ho no be ma hu se procurement bi amoye ye no ankoye meboa.
Yes sir.
Expenditure bi amoye no amfa kwa meboa. It is okoti special prosecutor. Se omna mehihye procurement breaches mu by public office holders any politically exposed persons are he necessary.
Of course, Auditor General's report.
Mumisa Yerakisia Jabin, any the office of the special prosecutor say, the update Ben or dear bar a chrese for the almost 5 years now. What's na office one or the Auditor General report na nanteda.
Afenyo Juma.
It will be who no say teacher phobia, payroll.
Payroll audit.
It's a Juba nice as office no Oshena and Casano. On share
our low hanging fruits.
Low hanging fruit because when anything and now no because now report about parliament budget about parliament yes it was acquire corruption risk assessment controller and accountant general's department and our uncover ghost names no me there me tin am say adie mu wiem edi kan corruption and corruption risk assessment and tise auditing the assessment of potential corruption in an office. Sabi obia ni wa we hear corruption and corruption risk assessment to tell you say ghost names. Potential risk.
Clearly
ya nyahu ya kuhu old story.
Osafuma fukura be clear bi bebre.
Eno na ma ya kofifa software bebre eba. It is if it is taking the office of the special prosecutor to tell us this, then it means that software now ye de be buy no. Na question marks here then. It is our office of the audit controller and accountant general department. I hope crowd no one sense and crazy here then. So what you say? And near ma sebi e was office of the special prosecutor nation on share.
One quick question I mean add this.
Yes sir.
Na se obohu se na waye bibi mark shot bi ye che obi ko holoma na ya mewa gina ho na ya twere wudin wo me fa se placard so se the back shot na yesi sing na me de down ba chim dis mbu mensa emram wo mremu
be ne wo minim baby kra wakusua sa na ema na oyiye yesa
grandstanding
so opanyi saa nneɛma wei nyinaa no
Samne when I should see swap prisoners and I said
oh met me bia ma
hwe na oye no
oh me have found next week
sa na oye no
ayi say
ya do picture back ya show
picture now we gina ho na ye we say
se wa wo kita odin
mami ka se bi kire mo mami ka se bi kire mo na di chem so abonten so na ma me bi woni afere konfo ye nyaako na konfo ye nyaako na ni din obi asuru no enti obi asuru se ode na asem be kono so enti obi hunahuna e konfo ye nyaako odi agro no be ko agu anu ase wa abonten o enti we de mesremo dope bia ye den fama no so
if I confo ye nyako
confo ye nyako dope bia fama no wan we ya ono be ko agu anu ase e wa abonten enti confo ye nyako bodi bo na se de ope bia
aponche afama no
enti won se wakokọ kra wo be we broja bre uchesi akokọ ya wo ze kane no na efi akokọ na enye poetry
mbe chesi asana ma che
enye fi akokọ na wo chesi a sa no ayi de watumi a che no
wakofa ni fitiri
wakofa ko wura ko fu enya ko fie pe ko fu enya ko sere dia
No, I was Boadu.
I was saying there. Example, be as result. So we are watching so in the betchy. Obit me and you did that pan home. A good was saying, I'm a wow with the Bemro cry. Obedi for a bit air cosway.
Medasi.
A bit na air cosway. It is here the Usrosi at the mark short in the bed. It we are the small for. Masa ye bet you.
Ya smash ya besi wa besi. Ya the besi wa ayi adakabre. What you go there? You go there. You go there. You go there.
Me catch us me must be a make me minim so. Ti me nko. Na me so ya pe obenya embassy. Eh konfo ye nya akona na ekoko.
And echirako.
Eti
koneko ka ho asem.
Koneko ka ho asem.
No.
Ti konfo ye nya akona
ebinie. Of course. Anyway, I was up for 80 lawyer and AJ Baffour Awuah, member of parliament.
One person on Mabe who said, your child mark shots, a ukra picture. What sorry for Behu? What you buy a fool Behu? It took off 4 years.
Yes.
As some now they go internet so the whole world will be out of
yes.
It took off 4 years.
Say a ye SML dear by ye. Made the back with dear woman no pa, but me area Kumasi has no moon say one. Max shot you buy, you never be before. Say papa we ya what you made neighbor a year you say war from Encrabrim. And certain there so be the cockot. A yaba. So I would yank say I would do why the way project we can. I know I could just summon contract no your swaka.
Yes.
I was afford to even Macocre comment is about Johnny. Mark, it is a yeah.
Master soda.
Oh, that was what did the abo. And Tiabapon and I'm actually.
Next time on your course around security, man, because you have a lot to defend in it.
Oh, that's why we have lawyers who are horrible.
And you will meet him in beside say. Is there a course, say, of course, with security and
intelligence? I for no armed forces.
Armed forces, and person maybe.
And young Quay. Young Quay, father
say near my course.
Security,
but they do the wire day, pa. Anyway, it's my watch or some would see a lawyer crack a war and some worker. No person take it from which angle. You are my back audio.
Okay.
Oh, sir.
Me and the fan. I listen to him. Yes, I'm Anthony. I like good analysis. The people who analyze well, I enjoy listening to them. And a person who has some as usual. Good analysis. Now, go on. Now, jump to what in here?
That me not in the cabin.
I mean, said, I know.
David. Oh, the baby one more for fire found go home. Will be our levels.
I can't say this week or I can say.
John to the
inside from Kumasi.
Oh, what about you, me say? Or party of power and tea. Opposition can never come. Then you are joking. Now, 20 people say, if you get carried away, say. One by 10 workers, you will 20 years, whatever years, you know. They should know that a 8-year cycle maximum. So the MPP is listening its boots. It's, you know, I'm saying, which is rich. A few weeks ago, I said video.
Yes, and the MPP for if I said you say 2028, we are not coming back to power. And I said, being all my I can take it in good faith. Because Obey Juma said the Bay assassin na wakano, a bebem. By Yampany, and Yakopons will be asked.
It's was said, Master was said. I think the IGB.
Aye.
Or cassette. Decisions may be a present. I may take you know, call the NB.
I know enemy who
3 weeks here now. MPP as I attractive.
And they said, yeah, 2 teams to win as a dead Salmocano.
I'm happy.
Both teams to win.
I'm happy you know, say MPP in Bull. Now, officially say, the never power.
Really, it's not done on him. It's Ubaka lawyer, did
you?
Yes.
Before then, let me touch on this quickly, then we can go.
Okay.
They say younger ones, you know, say woman need time. I'm gonna take me friend music for. I say, you guys, you seem to get something wrong. Why are you not celebrating Jimmy Cliff?
Hope I'm going to get any.
On the crowd, no kindness. Only you to be cast. I almost say, name Jimmy Cliff. The problem, Libya. Eba, the country. You meet Jimmy Cliff. Oh yeah, I hate it. I mean, you saw but I know how great that man is. And Mr. Maybe I'm culture music from say Jimmy Cliff banned him in the 70s. So not gonna name a friend Kujoba. Gonna in a bonnet percussion.
Oh, so
yes. Yes, in the 70s, me who way.
So, yeah,
because 70s, me nothing. The album is called Give Thanks. I am saying that you cry also. Born to Win.
Okay.
I am
born to win.
And I would go fire. We are Bonia, me too wiggy. And that's at you. And then next to upon. We are Bonia, me too wiggy. I don't know it is Jimmy Cliff, one great musician of all time. And I am excited, say some of us, and people do not know. He's from reggae, not Bobo's reggae now. And he shifted on a ball hot shot. Dun 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 dun.
Not shot.
So VIP.
And the ball more yeah.
I'm not last time here American Sweet. Oh, it's American Sweet. And reggae beat. Jimmy Cliff now. Reggae musician. Oh.
And they say what yeah, what transition?
Oh, yes. And album. Another wish also. Oh, I'm looking for the one with the big eyes. Yes, that's Jimmy Cliff. Reggae musician. So that album now is someone reggae street. Oh, reggae street. He just shifted to party songs, and the whole album, almost every song was a hit. After reggae night, more and in the 70s, when I was a little boy, Jimmy Cliff was on Warner Brothers. And if you know, yes, Warner Brothers, today they own CNN. Yes, Jimmy Cliff record label, no, he didn't play with small boys. No. And his another controversy is that he shifted from Christianity to Islam. Jimmy Cliff, on your Rastafarian. That's why Jamaica phone shut down.
When you say okay,
yes, because on your Rastafarian. To make sure when you dread that, no Muslim. That's a brief one on Jimmy Cliff.
I see. Yeah, that's it.
So I'm saying Jimmy Cliff got
Debbie, Papa. Me so my man apart from afar.
Wow.
Yeah, Ghana music icons or mom changing the face of music for a while. I'm say Papa, won't mean in free. Na me come na kusi say ya na young crowd say unse betina entertainers na aban ma yiska aban bia ni wo beba obetumi ama entertainment grow. Take this from me today. Say economy ni jina and the bema entertainment grow. That's right. Enti na obetie na mako kreku okoye no ye dem entertainment betibi ana mesre. Babia we are babia entertainment ejina ne naso bia economy papa into sha between 2004 2012 not the entertainment industry no not a pick up because not Ghana economy no fefek akra into ukaya that was when Nkrofobeka se me call Accra more akom movie me call Accra Mall akohwe movie me call West Hills Mall akohwe movie so nipa no ni bottom no ska wom enti no o yene yama bi wo ho a wonye dey onwene ho enti obi obeka se aban bi disika be she entertainment industry mu bia no eye campaign gimmick ebi ade aban no betumi aye ne se ebi a o grow talents na no kra no wie na sesebi ni pam patronize ya talent no ebegu enti papa oyobia me so me di no ho ye pa nyame onhira senke abroche bia nko ibilo na yense nko ne etie
we ibilo
nko ibilo na yense nko ne etie because he's in the category of papa ya we X Factor.
Of course.
Simon.
Yeah, you are in that category.
Of course.
Sabi ye kan ke yenso ye de no. So ka yenso ye de. Oh, we should learn to grow this country. And na no make kind of parliament nipa binti ase me pacho.
Oh no.
She Bronin tam 292 million. So the koto pada ba.
The hurry
Broni yes ada. Broni economy air struggler. On for 13 billion say or the koto aircraft aba. On yes ada. Or the be ra economy ni mu. Na ubewu se sika no eco cycles through the banking system. Na businessmen enya be invested na ewo na economy ni boomi. Etubon se obi nso de ne se entertainment no ye den ope. Na odini sika akura entertainment ni mu. Etubon se nipa bi entertainment no so aye millionaire. No nso de ni sika no so aye bibi foforo te se de Jay-Z no eyeye no. Sana etie. So enti mumma yani nko economy no ho aban expenditure mumma ne nyade ehia yen mamo me entna wo ma aban nka se ana GDP ye ana inflation ye ana exchange rate abafom dabi die e won sunsuanso ye aban no expenditure ehia fa na okodi sika no enti na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia after many years in government then realized there be me the policy bi ba say ye ekoye nim no at least you be 30% of our CAPEX budget no that is the changing the game changer enti papa yi oyobi esi so ni mu ye e wa abrochi anko billionaire
obeye
bebre ebi wo ha wa pejo omo wa ma omo agidi omo turn around
that almost so a pimpen do
omo turn around to attack him and insult him. Yeah, body. But Nyankopon any Ghana for him Juma. Why am I?
That is no news because most of them mankind is a footballers had man. Yalomu indisciplined. Into trying to whip them into line. No.
But sometimes ingratitude, and
he's a great man.
Coming from you. Oh yes, Tama. Me who say Menshia, let's say Menshia South, eh?
Say South.
Yes. Then MP. Then
Peter Waha. Yes, nobody. Yeah, more Obiamba. Just a papa way.
You know, when we get people like that, more of that in Parliament. Come on, the MP. That was the things that the campaign said. MPP gradually we are losing. Sa first no the case MP bar usuro because the submission tana case ibo JH mensa ubo osafo mafo
na the danko akufado
you understand
akomada tomatoes
akuma
you know but it do baby no some of the people kind of carry because we
SK Baffour
it is one person who gives me hope that we are going to get that type of people in the near future back. Yes. Yes.
This particular parliament, first time as on buyer no MPP side, quality a woman is highly encouraging. Quality of debate.
Obia
sorry so akasa. Enya ya no mo a.
Emre ni ho. Ubeko OSP straight and
okay, yes, I'm touch OSP. Gordon. Topic now. Also maybe on the fire. And next week and next 2 weeks, there's something I want to touch on when it comes to tourism.
Okay.
One day, I said I have a presentation on it.
I have number to give it to my.
It's in my mouth.
Of course. Of course. Who the funeral tourism back at home?
Your friend is discarding your alcohol.
Funeral. Go on,
Bra.
me ba can say tourism as a game changer.
Yes.
The only yes, tourism as a game changer. And we are going to tell the whole Ghana why every minister must have a target in tourism.
Yes,
every minister must have a target. You should tell president what you will do for tourism because India is doing health tourism, Turkey is doing health tourism, UK they are doing educational tourism. Country BIA identifies something. Why should some of the ministries say that they will spend? As soon as now can the ministry says we spend, but we don't export. Every ministry must export. Ministry of Education must give us target. How many people they want to bring to Ghana and we take foreign money from?
That's right.
Agric, export, one quarter way you be down. Every ministry must be a profit-making ministry.
Right.
Some spend. Ministry of Tourism, we are third. GDP, we contribute, and we take the least.
You see?
The money we give to government, when they send the money again, they give us the least. I didn't know I didn't know our profits and not that third. What Sanchez can you be my wouldn't say discussion, I mean more profit, but you give him least. How does he grow? Now we spend the things we also we spend. And one in your scarcity, energy, agric, education. They should begin to give us profit.
If we as a politics who the power said the message were lecturer. Was says a lawyer call other media outlets, especially Bobo Cambro for now, Utieno, Yano Penasem. But Yano Bussas da Bello bit my bahana, it's and now what and that lawyer Sabana was saying, was he said there was a my admiration for him has skyrocketed.
No, he's good.
And I told the beer, I thought to be what baby or Beko, but yeah, Messania, I read to say beer, men friend and Sana will rested you, but what one who are not Miss my elite.
Around this time, he should say, "Oh yeah, not news sir."
And I said, "One local friend say city."
I'm in no city that. City that. But let's say influence to go.
Yanko,
Martin Pebu. Gordon, if you ask me, lawyer Akamus, and because he is a lawyer. Detail Obeko and
OSP Muno.
Me, I'm still a student. Okay. Now, Adia Mabi from a layman, I call myself a toddler in politics. Ne say, I have learnt that we must be careful with campaign promises.
Campaign promises.
Yes, we must be careful. MPPO, NDCO, and they from what is happening now. Kisi Eminia. Kisi Eminia in the sense that years ago, Kisi sees for as a young man now was started law. Now the boss, Minister Dominic Ayini, and a Kosga, a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Iti Yako Kumase Bakwa. Music I hear be to do with knowledge on copyright. It is the firm na ebetre in copyright no. I work good in Chile. To Dominic Ayine and the lady. And now, or introducing the boy.
Yes.
Kisi. Am I?
It's
your point. Yo, Lumba partner. It's your point na Kisi as a young man means also relatively a young man. It's a and there's a boy and come on. Tikisi do be in the cheap cranny for breakfast. We just say we were here, we'll sit and we'll talk. Tikisi de Eminia. The last time she had, because Parliament and she had Dominic, Minister, Dominic, them sounds so kind now. I said, why would I forget you? I don't bore me these streets, it's all kind of see, that is how many more because of her past.
Yeah.
Attorney General, from how I've known him, nice person, good person. When Nyama bam 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 kakra to say me I think I like you too because you also bam bam bam. Yeah, you know Ghanaians don't like say temperament. Unfortunately, this is how we mean. Yes. Now, one who say it is this time ka Obisa say who should work with the Attorney General in the best environment and take
should be Kisi.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Because they obey the boss.
That's right.
Yes.
Nti bi am ka say. If this
lecturer.
Yes. Obi pe say o ha ya adwene pa ayesa kokosi.
Bawumia.
If they want to disturb the MPP pa.
Yes.
Yes. Because our chief dime back as we in the boss we in your penny. They've been together for a long time. They say see our member penny so a Baffour money. It's uncle no so take a
Supreme Court
judiciary. Yes. It's a Korea now concert transfer money.
Aye, o braire.
What do you say?
What did that na say bam.
Yes.
Ni cruise wo meda ho.
Yeah.
With the nice you pa.
What do you say? In music you call them quartet.
Aye, 44.
Yes.
Yes. In athletics so sir.
It's Tell me say lawyer Esanka say he does not want to work Attorney General. Mintias you. And then make can say you're careful with promises and say even if they mean well, even if Adelis doesn't not have any sinister motive, but the campaign promises.
So you best set up the OSP, no.
Say you best say judge. Do you say party and call for alcohol? Because the assumption or presumption is say President Kufuor didn't call for alcohol. Yeah. The answer back, you didn't call for alcohol. Either you mean well, but sadly, way that made me 3 million. Me ba, me yeni. Ye ba, ya some promising and crop for say MPP for a better to excite people.
Yes. And yet,
even if the people are not, he knew because they're promising.
As I
was here to look good.
Yeah.
Cosmetic. That is how, from a layman like me, who is not an expert in law, who is not between I'm quite I'm at shoes or cycle. This is how I will see it. A biswana yampa my phone I was say how do we strike this balance? Yeah.
Yes.
Because you promise it. It mean this.
Yeah.
Maybe I minimum see what I say. Ya to. But the
burglar proof no.
Yeah, I'm a fuck no more.
Me the manya me dia ba ku aka we mo. Aka me ya mo. So obi abia ne dia.
It's a firm say obi aso to reception ho. And me so kaka because for a radio station what we are known for say you to your door.
Dabi.
Ti na number na burglar proof say hey
BBS.
Yes. But now she see it's because of track record.
Yes.
Track record. Iti minia kisi godon on there with me fire me din cause we need say minia now. But
ye nyina o
ayo
ye nyina e me say wa nyina nanam da
iti sa lawyer can search minimum yoko which other one and obim which other one FIC na kojosu eminio
na say one dey ha yes
kojosu eminia ekropon kojo grad na sani ni aketwa in the birthday party ye nyina ekoy mini wo photo nyina ono be twem zenkuta photo no. Don't you see overlap?
It is
the functions.
Yeah, there's an overlap.
Yes,
there's an overlap.
Yes. And again the kind of civil assembly to say for a country that is developing that wants to save money spending no can want some Dr. Bawumia say maybe a day sika be say 30% stay no. If you are doing prudent spending, some overlap when might be fixed.
Yes,
because some double as some. That's the same. Office side between Yama Bay and Minimum. You have 2 different office. They recruit 2 new people. Air conditioners, water, tables, salaries. I mean,
and the same say you buy tango between OSP and Yoko over Siladapa. Yoko say no, OSP say Siladapa case no was suspected case of money laundering. And no Yoko for every film. And the Yoko for say case of money laundering a predicate offense. And this no OSP no at the foundation eba.
Yes.
Na omojina swaye. Uja for the foundation no. and what the aba was a changing amonye na I back and forth at the big amalgamated back one come on my madi.
You see, we must be careful with the perception about corruption. It is something that for a country that's developing, you interest in because I'm fixed here. We can't develop the way we want to develop. But at the same time,
okay, but it's Baffour Awuah baby. Me man 8 to 10. And so call your name as well. No, questions be breed also. Professor Isamaker said or Chow, Professor Isaac Boadu of UPSA. One time the doors of pa and my because the best is about make it note to myself. But my lampine.
What alampa me amini palampa.
I was what say. What message was that bro get Aaron. Was it shadow? Aaron. Was it shadow?
Aaron so no come college.
About offer go
come college.
I items of for able television testing e komo lawyer Baffour Awuah na wasori sisi na so koto adwuma no so na wo ye mark edina no is into the yento aso yen kwa
as much as we want to fight corruption.
Yes.
Ya nya careful because interest no was through bebre no you be lose sight of detail be a was say yehwe yedema because it's very easy to excite people when you say obi a corrupt.
Oh yes, you know dear.
People get excited the fact that you say obi a corrupt no. Especially when you're a politician because that's what they want to hear anyway. See the moment I say oh we're corrupt people you get support and I think that is what some of the agencies are living on. Because you look good, you come across as hardworking. You when you do that, but at the same time, fundamental human rights. Aaron, what idea? Aaron, chapter 5 on fundamental human rights. Constitution, chapter 5. Yes, we must make sure to say infringe on the rights of people. Again, see the two also near the public. In the media space, yes, see our council. Now in the next 5 minutes, no tea, we see if he came. Correction, no. Correcting after 10 minutes, say, oh, my team, want it. So the people that we give to public with the media engagement, you may be a crown, you reverse here. Some of the people will still be guilty in their ears. And
of course. If you also cast what could trace can't you can see? I could trace Kawaboa.
So, President Mahama, Yoko, OSP, all the parties involved, stakeholders, no. You're careful because I'm not sure say Obia didn't remember up no. Yet no quarter obedifo. Dabi. Sabe. Yet the Papa Punikoi. Yet the finance minister Ekoi. CCI finance minister Ekoi. Nolly Prosecui. Maclay.
Collins down the Munina.
But in the minds of some people,
Obedifo.
Yes. In their minds. See, let's be careful how we advertise or we market some of these things. Yes, that's it.
All right, Makokra Kumanti and Martinican. Audu.
Yeah.
Young OSP. Nane, then I will young
OSP, me a papa, me a some break.
Okay, then I walk with Kanyanko.
OSP. Pardon, Monsieur Semekano was a man, Abia, Milipe, Mechime.
Then I said, we beyond it. One month on the Kakra. You have that experience in the Kakra.
Because my office, you know, I said the month for the break. I know. I think it was a mistake setting up the office.
It wasn't a mistake, per se. Maybe the good intentions.
Oh, Davi. I jump for Bain. Then I say, I jump for Bain.
Oh, say, you see,
say yes, Attorney General because we Minister of State. Want me appoint, want me a Adentina young fa sa nama Emma Shraj. Well established over the years. Adentina young fa powers no Emma Shraj.
We gave campaign promise with special prosecutors. Yes. It was a buy now. The drive the promise.
Exactly.
Wow. The same as women so you bet you it's almost so drive now
you bet Pam see Chief Justice.
Yes.
Now one day they be any na ye fiwiase na we may return to the state of nature after we be say ye ba wo mo disc e be kum wo am pass be kum and I'm telling you said you con and it escalation
Thomas Hope na okay
ayo state of nature okay
brute force any into main office way papa we ya can asem Kisi Ajabe say his stay there is no longer tenable. And his stay in our office is no longer tenable. Obi ayama budget millions of Ghana cedis. What you use a budget for is press conferences. You budget near the man say obey investigations. Amba nipa oma you suspect say oma engage in corruption and corruption related matters. Oti me ye ma media shows na wa back publicity and can wo mandate na juma be na wo ye because once you see say you act no
so you're on the side of Martin people.
Yes, precisely
for the first
and not there for the first time.
but not in this entire
no but way because before you start say who investigate baby obi you must know because law now mandate say nyama ABC no obey you must be matters involving corruption and corruption related now who case now who case is suspected money laundering who case who say yes now obey say is cause a press conference is who need FBI. There be FBI at the end of it also I don't have the mandate to do it. But some cases are always I ain't no one mandate out here. I ain't cases I ain't now I say me one mandate to do. Obo me mami CCR the party. Look at the embarrassment or the brand mami way. At the end of it all, the doctor, the so-called doctor, no so they call ma Yoko Krano. Yoko Kra say find and that's your friend say evidence man say yen jina prosecutor or no and no kra no or no mo adan to kwa
ai chuma menche
masa say ye research the co street in CCI they say be research pa that is the anti-CCI way you'll be surprised that some percentage of vote you lose if you anti-CCI
if you know unka almost say obi a Ghana ska Ghana obi a Ghana ska no do to nempaso Nepasi. Say I'm MPP for many sessions now. I know me a crop for, and because of this man and such a person, your man is got millions of Ghana cedis. And what has he brought to this country? Dividend to Ben I yielded. Now you are still keeping such a person. Every day now more the Abba say and discuss no. Is it no waste of time?
Yes, what is Irene be answer from area or not Legona?
Or no.
Eminia Kisine Kofi. Amba.
No,
but don't I one.
Okoda now, Benjamin.
Messi Bakubi.
Okoda.
Bakubi
no free Chroma. That's what we call this Legon, say or Conifi.
Not Legon.
Not Legon.
Obi ne catch him say.
So Conifi.
That's what Chem. Uchamo aboba side. Na accident because see
anajo
accident
no okọ ho a so okọ djuma no na 24-hour economy omoye wo
money bibi a minimum
ai enye nyina say the winning music ayi nim no
wonim me said ya many are ya nepa okofo ya ne baby ko that will be say Oma FM now or more interview no person questions be brave find this on and I'll say man try say me pese me koso and yes I be a make kwasi asem
to save your own dignity
to save my own dignity e bia me make kwasi asem e bia make akoyi obi because ade na ebufu
na me kopita
we are still keeping such a person in office and every day the oya say on say oni Yoko okun oni attorney general ekun oni politicians ekun oni obi akun so what work is he actually doing what
Peter yako Aud Mahama na wakasa Peter yako OSP kakra ye wo isi bebre
you see ideally no anka obi bia eboa ama ya fight corruption because nka obi a yenyina ya support no but corruption there enya de papa in fact de bi aya meta aka se o ye minua nanso minimu yie pa entina me kote se bi aya se apan sika odon sako bom ne de wo kwa me di wachi but you see entinka adwuma kisi adwumpo na tachiri senka President Akufo-Addo senka obepe obi a on kana ban ho nanka even po se ko ba se obechi obi o wona ban mu nipa mu bi mpo a ka watimaye but you see nipa mienu aba akona amoaye and kisi the end there eya reho because onim kisi before ene ne obedi akunwa be ye special prosecutor na I'm say there's something wrong that I'm say ye be hu because onim niman bi wo a kisi onimra what I say
ochiremra
ena wa practicing so ache ntumi kan say ebi a ye book mu mra nkwa na oni na hwe sisi da package ya ono a so ye nhwemu a kodu ba bia ohun say na only mandate to investigate into what come a yoko no osan so ye months of investigation. In fact, since our investigation was started late 2024 into alleged unlawful conduct involving the diversion of public funds, a Meka NPA case, what charge Mustafa Hamid ne about 7 others, Share or charge you no issue statement. Share your kind.
What charge you or
charge Mustafa Hamid, former NPA boss, ne 7 others. No, or the website credit. Okay. OSP charges former NPA CEO and others for over 280 million extortion NTO and money laundering scheme.
Nanya one was money laundering there. When the mandate no. It's yoku for next operation. Aden waka.
Enti ukaya or say the office of the special prosecutor has charged 7 individuals and 3 companies before the High Court Criminal Division in Accra on multiple charges of extortion and money laundering arising from a sprawling corruption scheme within the National Petroleum Authority. So you ask yourself, in one breath, uni mandate, also call your payment to the Koma Yoko. But you have charged others of money laundering.
It is basically
there's something happening to Kisi. I don't think the Kisi now you name that no or no.
It's consistent.
That's what you're trying to say.
No, this may be his true nature.
Yes.
Said to me back. Said to me, Minister Kamani Pala, who said was 6 years.
Even the SML case, or say, Nisha Mucha say SML. I knew Mabia. I was say this as Kama Equacoman. Into a co charge or listening to charges a year. Or mu complaining bibia ni ade mewa the GRA body na omuye joma SML ejuma no you see SML now may have any issues or whatever you can have disagreement alaji audu mahama cry your argument office pay but you see the GRA on October 14 2025 after Kisi press conference say omanya hwenia issued a statement till I'm quoting from there say the authorities records and accompanying technical documentation confirm that SML Ghana Limited undertook work related to the assigned services with relevant report and evidence available for inspection. So you ask yourself, say, again, you na kisi koye on SML or no say SML. No, Oma nyajuma biya and so omu deserve say also to scan. When Oma ejuma say there is evidence. Say I'm past SML ayejuma ma
was say bibia said ho
now we go SML. You see the most striking aspect of him
lawyer
no yeah
na old
said rich
I'm repeating on TV
yeah the most striking crown say kisi address issues no or challenge KPMG report no I chess SML ayejuma bi na SML contract no crown no legitimate. I was like,
it now what that capacity no cry.
Fantastic point.
Or that capacity no.
Because KPMG o man nyina e ko to abakra confusion here you buy.
O man dey share o
auditing. O man dey ko share o monsa.
And our capacity more than GRA.
And KPMG no what Ghana
a reputable
yes
global
and I doubt say on back where so the work say say na SML nya adwuma bia no mbeka so SML aye adwuma now based on that you use that as a be say oninti o de omo court
KPMG papa na o ka ho omo yes adwuma we enye ono na ya appoint no
GR boss
yeah
GR director general say
yes
okay
oh enti nana no there's something wrong either popo biribi and a be obi and maybe a chile no we'll get to know
on this man.
Just 2 points now me the master manual her kenofrata papa no obe so unpopular I mean so sad che say am obi am so obetie na numa se ma na obe hwe che say na Ghana so say na mark heka no enya de ade na to so say yes why ABCD na uti anye yi no hwe on the 12th February 2024 2025 Kisini press conference now till our intelligence point us to state that the purported raid on Mr. Ofurate's residence, because at that time I could read it Ofurate's fee, was staged or at best an imposter action in an attempt to court disfavor for the OSP and to derail the investigation.
As more can be.
Oh, Saturday, we're not in a mess. Only never say bar. Oh, mammy.
Now we want to mean can. No. When we knock on a message, no, Mr. May you have been and Peter Kamasi.
Now, able to say, one estate manager.
You see, when no chair me say, a guy, in fact, coming qualify crowd put to question Kiseja based judgment on some of these things. But I deal with it. My question this is in beer will take beer. Say a prejudice is beer. Can be a ready beer. No, I come and meet you, ready beer. And doing you say, why wouldn't you meet you? Ready beer. Kiseja is famine. No, 12 February 2025. Page 8. Our intelligence points us to state that the purported raid on Mr. Ofurate's residence was staged or at best an imposter action in an attempt to court disfavor for the OSP and to derail the investigation. You see?
When say Mama Yaga Kwabe Pa Wacho say Japa.
Yes. What kind of parliament?
Yes.
Now OSP no over-bloated sense of importance bia. Would this was to change with Bia Ghana. Would this or ya the master would you
from a friend of megalomania.
Megalomania.
And
one. Mesa picture be why metade picture adibi. I could be no what it was Femiro no more. Now was a crown yadi ade. Salu huno.
Yeah, but you feel say when a binding beji tombs or moon call can overrate fee. Now, Mama Yaga call patch or parliament. No, I was OSP and second call patch. On this alone, because what they are some also invest in why you and no intelligence. Now, OSP position so, and I say SP position, and yet say just a mere EBA in some 20 or 10 changes. I would Muhammad.
Can overrate fee to 12 if you only 1 acre.
Yes.
Enya 1 acre. If you could 12 year wala boni and confirm what twice so what's the investigations?
Yes.
Extra will say a 2 either second of right and and I say imposter be.
Yes.
Where can
should have apologized or said cheer bar.
Now where put to meet here?
You are guest 2. Who here way of this?
And it's both teams to win.
There's even one on Canada moi. I will say who the interest wait
but OBP machine now. You are mecha
only Canada moi some okay. See, and then I may say papa we I know one year investigation papa bia.
Okay.
Kisi ajaben. Say no can say we on investigative work or yeah kire say either or no an and no can you are not certain no.
There be
either say or no an and na imposter. Now Canada once and by or see one thorough investigation or yeah say Canada was you need every soldier moon. Also, thorough investigation. Oh yeah. It came out to say Awuah, the man was discharged honorably, and also he still carried his rank penal.
Also say you were there. Want me?
Member of VAC. He was a member. You didn't even know. Said the man was discharged honorably, and all a member of VAC. No, carrying his title colonel.
Aderia need journalism students. First stage will be to cross checking. And yan no kweno. Kisi you got this.
This common thing. Na mo multi hand na mo waste time on such a person. Mo waste time on such a person.
God on. Peter
yapo. Me dem asem bury no nim. Me jidi say seriously and Emma Kisi and I suspect say there is something wrong maybe after so the time will be so 2028 I think early first quarter of 2028 we are now to me no or Bafia maybe we will get to know so na be a cost okay me dem asem bury me did say I will say somebody must test Kisikra name de court no. Because indeed so kind the section 4 and our regulation act in the section. Section 4 of the OSP Act now. The Act 959 now. But me can say subject to clause 4 of Article 88 of the Constitution, the office, in this case the OSP, shall, for the purposes of this act, be authorized by the Attorney General to initiate and conduct and prosecution of corruption and corruption-related offences. Subject to clause 4 of Article 88 of the Constitution, the office shall, for the purpose of this act, be authorized by the Attorney General to initiate and conduct the prosecution of corruption and corruption-related offences. But so, he said Japan, Kisi Japan cases or their court, Attorney General Mano authorization and
there be one of the.
In fact, in one of the cases, ground on the crack, or say or the docket na command, or say on farm my and home sense so
extradition,
yes. So if we are not careful, which I know say Obi I raise this issue. All cases be on the court to be. I say when on it, Dominic, I hear doctor, Kuntokano. One shall onya
the cooperation.
Papa, now the 10 years on to me and found kunya by a my into why is any young gunukra.
Medasi. I'll do. My miss, I'm not hope you may. What's it say? Then I will say a year a year more best account.
MPP, your friend saying, say a back MPP.
Can laptop Bluetooth?
No, then make I'll read certain things. Budget, cut and paste in your man.
It's your numbers with delivery.
I met delay with a Pandai.
Pandai, okay, young one.
Pandai, on him say, yeah, by animal farm judge. Oh, mamma, no ruling, no. May say, Papa, we may be setting a path. I am here, your judiciary, no, a best say Ghana. Napandai NDC candidate or the case call or the petition call High Court, Tamale, say he has issues with 41 polling stations out of 152 polling stations. Judge, no, or here, mono, or no conclude, say there should be election in all the 152 polling stations.
Not the 41.
Not the 41.
Or no expanding.
Or no. Or no, a petitioner no court case say me.
Was it a scope?
Was this a scope case of the case?
I know.
Yes. Petitioner no more or no our candidate our contest election no say me were issues with 41 polling stations out of the 152 and all the court. Instead of you judge, you know, analyzing 41 no, to see say whether there were real issues concerning a 41. No. wo say there be wo wie ya wo say me di others no back home. What kind of law is this? Until I may say law where say me koye bi. Mentia say obi or no the case or the buy and you have expanded the scope for the person. One no near more penal the petitioner near more petition for say I have issues with 41 polling stations. And that's where I want the court to look into. At the end of it all, you have called for a total rerun of the whole election. What kind of law is this? And what is sad, they say, I've always said this country, and ne MPP and no opposition, but there is future. There is future, and they say, Nema Boni Ekoso Obian Kasa, say Osofon Kasa, Imam and Kasa, your friend saying, CSOs. As for the neutrals, they have got positions in government, so they should not talk at all. Omukasa cry because they are not worthy of ears. But what is critical, they say, obeyed in the case, I court to say, this is what I want. One besa say, what issues were the whole constituency, and now one will judge. What decided say, what is the interest of this judge in this matter? My name say a judge there we a neutral habitat. No impartial, neutral ni there my evil. Neutral no there na papa. Say the neutral has been destroyed. What judge we a impartial habitat. One of the case no now I judge based on evidence idea bro. You have decided to expand the scope. Say polling stations in now. What is the interest of this judge in this matter?
But is there an opportunity for an appeal?
Oh, they have. There's appeal opportunity. But see, the fact is, say you should question. You should question the judge. The interest of question the what is his interest in this matter? Because
people not comprehensive.
So
if you share 41, who said there's that likely who say be a number who 41 man, maybe I will be baby.
Now for other ones who they are brain in.
So people requesting.
There's no evidence say Obi the Bibiaba say Shenin Yanama. There's no evidence to that effect. Why has he? What is the interest of this judge?
Okay.
What is worrying is say what he has done. Yeah, yeah. What names are area no? One who near my statistics you sometimes say the mere foul say yes say we will be foul crowd to me escalating into communal violence. This is electoral, and we have done by-elections in Talensi, Chiliponeondo, and those by-elections have not ended well. You know the history of this in that part of the country, and yet you as a judge will sit and give such an animal farm ruling, and nobody is talking about it. And the politicians are talking, say they should buy election, and they are dancing around, say buy election. Buy election, bet you you don't know what will happen in that by election. So, corner say BBC, na say Obi Awuah. I think Moja, I think the judge
innocent blood,
ne best believe no. I hope that we don't get there because there is issue of appeal and stay. The court appeal now say. The Court of Appeal also agreed to this, say, and they are aiding what the High Court judge has done. And if anything happens, then they ever form also.
Budget.
Now, budget, no, and no,
but I'm also why I come.
Time far away.
My budget also my cut and paste.
Oh, Nora, one my dear way.
It's been come.
Oh, God, don't. Also, Anna, we are you.
Now, Mr. Member, laptop you.
Oh, fearful.
Maybe fearful. Baby people, and my
because I wanted to go to specific areas.
Yes. Or are you not about Eastern region?
Yeah.
Meaning what to me at the trade, yeah. At the same.
Almost send information maybe to platforms maybe so. You can if you want to have videos maybe I think that Eastern.
Obviously, who power
Dr. Bawumia so okay, ni pa ba ni nyina na baby Eastern for.
Aye.
Kwaku. Miracle.
Opare
Ansa.
Opo Kuma.
Kojo.
Opo, yeah.
Chebamafo.
Ana kwa mtize kuta kojo mafo ai.
Akimoda MP.
Akwasi akwa.
You know, it's there. I said Dr. Bawumia. It's Michelle.
Attachia.
The bomb man.
Or the assembly.
Bombardier.
Or the assembly.
Dr. Kingsley Nyako. I don't know. No.
Kingsley.
Ajiman.
Yes. So, Anna, of all the regions, it's in 4 MPs. And a bar out of strong said this number of MPs we have for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Yeah.
Knowing that Honor Governor. We all know that Governor has influenced the constituency.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute, so say this week, birthday 2 days ago. Dr. Brian Champon. One family uncle.
That be just a impromptu. Chairman the call. Chairman court.
Okay.
It was when one lawyer and the people before Wakotiano.
Okay.
It makes me dim fufu cry. And was a member send me I mean the whole match me dimika me call in the kucha pictures kakra.
I think I wished him on TV the day before.
Okay.
And I'm not sure it is also out of place to wish him a
no, it's not out of place.
Dr. Brian Champon, happy birthday.
Sir, who's so far no? One day the only politician be in MPP war campaign was say asoratade. What the president had in the campaign. Like you don't conclude the member. And you just try to walk. We get a crowd. Of course. So the way of marketing, it's ya can waha. And that's a bed what takas are 7. To me, that's a bed of coy. It's your question that was that's a bread. Me a president may come campaign. I'm a sure. But the bed of my house was.
I know Brian. He
said that. And also they said you so cause somebody said Batakari. Say almost you when I say there be no dear. Batakari nye sorry. A year more a year more culture in the hand. Was it the but that's what I did over.
No, on so many yano.
Yami more there.
Easy. KSM show be okay. Yami so me there.
I quite can't say that. KSM what happened to him anyway.
So it's in there.
I'm talking about the some kind of was in the man but yefi. It's new hard trust.
It's in the with Nyama Assisino. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is 15 out of 23 the MPs.
I 15 out of 22. Say 23 no. Dr. My chap will count or no.
Okay, to no count. Yes, okay. So 15 out of. If I see a neck count. If you're number 20 on one. Hey. I see a neck count.
Hey. Professor Boadu said Gordon. Professor Boadu said Gordon. Don't bully I will do on the budget. He's going to shock you today. I go for defenders were slow.
The budget I'll touch on it on the tourism and culture.
Yes.
Okay. So Easton, we don't have an option done. Because if 15 out of 22 or 23 for me, 22 for you.
Yes.
Say you result of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is an indictment
on the MPs. Tomba Yejuma.
Yes. It's a make I suggested that. Yeah, it is second. Soon we must get every second person on board.
Of course, you are right.
Because Obi the same Obi. I want to ho. Obu an second no di no cry no number no yet.
And yet the stand second.
Yes. So we must get all the second people to on board. We shouldn't say, oh, MP no MP awie.
Dabi.
MP no ko obi wo ha. Odi wie ni hwan hin kakra.
Nanka.
Then when big baby crowd.
Correct. It is second no. Muhia homete.
Muhia bafa.
Yes. Go. Yes. It is and paying for me to money no. They've bought into the idea say you're good.
Great.
So we should begin to engage on my bar. So second account.
I know my
classmates. My classmates. Yes. we are working hard. Now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia also info analytics we never nancy.
Yeah.
HSA you lose kitwebi. Na boken Japan so lose kitwebi.
Yes.
Good.
But again is at it one.
Yem se Dr. Brechapo geni kakra.
Geni kakra.
Let me check ya hwa
Yes. Yes, no geni kakra.
Moji say okay, who the monk.
But I know crown, you know what? What's about Moon Bawumia? All this while now researching when you no see from you.
Yes.
Dabi.
It will result way. But according to the same info analytics, no. Lost no. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia AJ Honorable Ken Nipa Nibi. More than Honorable Ken Nipa one AJ for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Which is good news.
Yes.
It means here room. Here camp AEB film. But they are not getting Yeni Pani so it's good news. Again, if you check Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia results a few months to 2 years ago, to 3 years ago, no. He was still around the 40 something now.
Yeah.
But on a D-Day, because there are people who wait and see who win.
Yeah.
So undecided, they undisclosed. Obi to catch him, me collect, obi catch him say, me dem ento movie obe luso. It may train by 1 week. Na ma hwe. No be winning no.
You also.
Obi yes. Bon say that you who say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to me keeping the 40 something ya. Obi o hompe loser. Nti wa wo that top no be ma. Probability say you benya sa profono most no a high for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. But me papa attach here. Asema okay ya. E be feel say I know odin. And that be tie honorable on say mensa. No can say am padi ba na anu ehye. No can say for the sake of unity. The many be why am pa. But meyenka. Because say ni pa no to ko wini a yen be sa be honte yen say yen na yaka. It's young so you can't find some expensive and you can't get there in the first place. What don't have boss?
Aye.
On have boss. The deal fee by.
Yes.
I can't find somebody be crass. I yet ding.
Media, me myself a crabby and more from say. I think the sad no more year say let can be Ken.
You
Brandon or Mamma one. Oh, what cast a let can be Kenna. Honorable Ken Japan one cassa a bit me a catch or say. And maybe hold my young one.
Yeah. Nothing.
What is
this? I'll call reply. You know.
Atatiano.
Okay, say. Kania, Kamuni me.
What is naturally sanity the party.
I just also press it.
No.
I know organic.
He can no longer be Ken.
Oh, it's just the moment I said let Ken be Ken. It me say you have certified. So if I make reference to it, me born in the say, unless say me try to so. Say honorable Ken Eka say me the better to her. Na me bana me honorable Ken so the better to her. Say me nya bonne. Why do you accuse me of repeat what he said? Have you accused him? Now the no
nya bonne.
Ono kind on tete party. But me repeated on one kind. Me ma tete party no. Na 2 sets of rules they marking scheme ben no. Eno
it seems yes it's true. Say someone na wa attach ya kan. Okay. Waka. Ana attach ya someone kan. Me ka da no attach ya minim ko so no ko beto repeat. Ai. So nim na o
ya sure.
O so pe asore semani. Prim and proper.
So a lay picture or preaching.
Yo. It to even repeat it, say, hey! And guess what?
Motherfucker.
Now, in so, Felisa wa ankao. My share media funny be on YouTube or Moka say, anything on record say,
attach Akasa.
Debbie.
So, honorable Ken Akasa.
Yes.
Oh, please.
I'm telling you, media funny be say, Papa ne can't on so. Oh, how? It's a China and some video, not about the big copy video in the bar. You know, but again, let Candy be Canning tea. Or can say something any news. That's why even the media people need to be one. Because or worse ones. But Abia, Sassamanano, young fan say, Minia could you upon Kroma. Nekanya. Because Kojo is not known. Sesana Okase.
Yes.
So I think say Eastern Komoya Negusiyo because we now Eastern. Eastern, we have a duty. See Bashir Mahmoud Bawumia and especially with the 15 MPs. Again, the people who are around him. Send Anthony Kabu now, but Osha Eastern for yard also around him. And there's some beauty around Southern Dr. Bawumia Iron. It tells you that self perception so bad. Mona Mubaya him for Mona Mobile Ghana, Islam State. Oba Mona Moya then. Papa Ghana Moses say he's in full good future.
Nasasa Mokase said Dr. Bawumia Ebe president. Obedane Ghana Islamic State for Fanchemi. What became me who saw your bodamini complete because statistics our Ghana saying Christopher yes Christopher say at least maybe 80%. Then if I say 70% total majority. Say 70% of Christians in Ghana we have never sought, never attempted, never dreamt of Christianizing the country.
We don't even think of validation. Yes. Validation.
How much more say that minority now? Almost say 20%, 25% now will be leader. Will be say what? Will be any country no to the only. How? Oh, lawyer, Konkebisa say in the constitution process ben now far to Christianize and I say to more Islamize a Christian state. What's the process in the law?
Na constitution no crime. And penisa.
Bibi sa ho pom.
Any ho.
It's how is he going to do it?
Charlie.
Mama, you see, a man in your one. Okay, said before.
A man in your one saying.
Say a people will do such propaganda. Such a because before Nana Danko Kufuor the president. There was a similar one against him. Say. Oba Dani Chebi.
You must have frame out there to Subacho.
There was one against himself. Oba or the capital Beko Chebi. Against him. Maybe Mukra a saving a Chimukra Oba Obama and many other such by Oba still too for.
And propaganda would a year first say or about Dambuchi was say. We general secretary so na president Kufuor ye de na be ba second one no simpenfu bi pa ka kire ni say asante mamre mu ni nkunyasem ni adade no ye ntimi ma asante ni bia emeye kese
oh it was
na eba
it was made public
wow be sa ade no we kese che ni say pa ubewu eno mo say eno mo de Kufuor ba no na Kufuor gu president some of this propaganda but of fact we've got just less than 15 minutes. Now yeah, sorry Musa Dankwa did in it's according to Musa Dankwa no was said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so far was it the 42% and Robert in Japan also the 17.68%. Dr. Brechampo 4.6%. Dr. Yao said which 0.3%, Kabila J Japan 0.26%, undisclosed 14.87%, and then undecided 19.28%. It's one and yes, it's honey about 35%. It's would that need your abandon, you know, young who he has a baby, but this what
sometimes mommy those kind of gestures. You are going into primaries. Research, you know, never be research. Look, you are going into primaries. How many months with primaries? And you have undisclosed and undecided more than almost 35%. In a primary party for you know the total number of delegates or motto. You know the sampling frame, any BBR, and you have this number. And you think that this is accurate?
It can be possible, Miriam. It can be possible. Yeah? Even the D-Day. Some people decide on the D-Day.
Yes.
Yes, but that one is different. No?
Yes.
It means that the person has changed his mind on election day.
But when some actually decide.
Yes. But they, I decide. I'm looking at the figure. Okay. If you do any research and you have this percentage of undecided in any
but you see the undisclosed doesn't mean say onimbe bi or beto
but men can't tell.
Was one
but undecided no cry so 90%.
And for 20. It is very huge.
Okay, so
in the research.
See about next week, is it possible to show some of the other researches? Okay. You can find a correlation.
I say
yes. What we find in common.
3 or 4. Now maybe refer to social media. Right. But me no something consistent. They say what about Mia is winning.
That one there no two ways about it.
That is
when you say on why be and put Bawumia at 63 and cannot. When you say oh yeah be sir.
And then research one now can I research one
an aspect of it or say party for
yes
and no. That is the party supporters, not necessarily
and not delegates. This one is it delegates?
Yes.
That's even serious because to get delegates, I don't know sampling frame is smaller, and you have 19% undecided. It's a problem.
Okay, what should I say? Was say in the MVP race, while Kennedy made a huge recovery in the central region, eastern region returned the favor to Dr. Bawumia, and the overall effect is just -1. Eastern region. Details will be okay. Okay. So, Bakoso was say DMB crosses 60% using the committed voters model, suggesting the only way he could cross 60% is through a round of. But can he risk it now? Who leads MPP committed voters model? 63% Dr. Bawumia, 29% Credo Hine Japan, 7% for Dr. Brian Champon. 1% for Dr. Duchum and then for KE as we did no. Peter,
so for me, it is better to have some research to guide you than just to stay aloof with no research. Even if we're not perfect in part, when we have things to guide us moving forward, I think say we catch say if something good is happening.
Yes. Yes.
Good.
Yes.
It's Monday. Meko constituency. Dr. Bawumia bedu ayi so no Tuesday.
Tuesday no bedu.
Yes.
Okay. It's enough for mo. Me bomb pa ma hu nyina se yakopon mo. Traveling base.
It's hectic. It's not easy.
Go crisscross across. She everyone know about Dr. Bawumia ba. Because I know say national assignment that we move from any omo come round ya mompa mu nyina na omo round now omo say nya hoden
on say for the first time in a campaign wadan for ye ni Afenyo ye na nya easy engineer the last one no man who say you see but this one is actually
in the office
many more many more
campaign no is good all this will galvanize the base
and now why we me okay I can't we me 1 minute
no tourism BB
budget
next week
budget no okay
oh can be
na person be catch no say
una can be
okay okay Andra me dey yen me refi manko bi wo team some TV and say oh mama tiwa na be sim say infantry yen politicians for and a branch bia wasi so a wo ba say wo hu hawa ni pa be ba asase so na tumi betuma akoyimu use and abuse and how one day yen nyina ye beko and nti yenya tumi a how yen use na hwe papa Rollins and then they left finally me nam no say Rollins wo muda
ampa
as a little boy nam no say umuda because power ni
and ahoden so ni
I mean untouchable the country in damu pamu MPP never look like there will be a day where democracy da and now no be catch him say yemba Victor Smith bin medman no ya na me see there bi no so na ne ma papa ne ma kra ko programmer ona ohwe omat be bi ometena
na the position no
Madam Fusalasi wo Fusalasi akọ date Zenato
ye be unity ho
papa kwaku ba kom sa but again
so that's Gentu, right?
Gentu, yeah. I'm in the cantonment. Again, politics. Mami am Sankai say, hey, what's my to jacuzzi? Jacuzzi.
That time.
That's the person who for do a kuwani. Jacuzzi. Jacuzzi. Me die am Muslim uncompleted work of one. Plumber near you show or jacuzzi. Hey, Mr. For jacuzzi. Jacuzzi. Oh, I don't pay. The pass him. Ajima Krodwa man who jacuzzi. Hey, the headlines I can hear. Chronicle, Free Press, yes, was it because of the asthma? Just I'm not going to SIM card.
Oh, so I'm not. I'm on for Nipa Brain Tea. I didn't know.
But it's hard to be at it. What can I say? Eat Mensa, any Papa G in your case. What can I say? Eat Mensa. If we be a see, remote in the big gate. And my run is confused off the gate. Hey, Peter, I call. And the
story.
Peter,
Nami. Let me say, you know, you're the Jakanama.
Okay.
Me, I can 6 minutes.
Oh, but just small one on the election guidelines.
Okay.
Yamiado Marco per copy.
19 in the Hawana.
Oh, Nana. Oh,
no, me 19 na hame pa.
You know, police station.
Oh,
they repeated it last time. What they buy? But I have to say that it doesn't make. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I say it doesn't make sense.
Okay, maybe that time, no. Then at the quality, the rationale behind was that, and 24 now or more appointees, you know, or more bar, or bit me intimidate and call for. Wouldn't be but. Assuming that admitted, that was the rationale. Yeah, that time at a year. But they say so no, are they still appointees? Said, and I make us say, you know. Sorry.
Also him so that the chief will be follow.
19 in that probably 19 is and I'm reading. 19 is say, where is it? 19 was say, no contestant will appoint party officials or any delegate listed to vote in the presidential elections as agents. For the purposes of clarity, such officials include, but are not limited to, former MMDCs, members of parliament, former ministers, former deputy ministers, former CEOs of state-owned enterprises, former managing directors of government institutions, region executives, constituency executives, electoral area coordinators, and police station executives. And the Omochani say, so we a party official la, ultimately polling agent, and I agree with them. But Yakano, so almost say, some ultimate agent, and now one Casampa, one Casampa, we yet a contestant, no, who sent to put any agent for yourself. Omoka say, listed to was say, or any delegate listed to vote in the presidential elections, and or bosso say, Intino. Former MMDCs in former ministers, any former appointee of the Nekufuado. What's the rationale? And I'm saying, we now a copy, almost copy from 2023, you know. And I'm by that time, no. Nanko for say intimidation be cause of that time people office. No, most intimidation cause we desire to prevent the so-called intimidation. Yamamu and Yibi for me, by a now they are no longer appointees. Why do you still say they cannot do it?
A problem.
A problem.
Yeah, a problem. Especially you see, and strangely, they've all that fans signed
because they cannot be crying more than they believed.
I'm going to sign it. But Dr. Momo or said the signature no presidential
What was signature?
So they are quite
school placement.
But in terms of signature, it just number one, I got signature. Mahama Yaga.
That be me.
Paso Yanko.
And you there, what can I do them?
School placement. Me. Sorry, almost fine. They team we want you to work for the catching a million Edma. That be almost school placement. No, some say there be no man.
Twice way. To Peter,
do there. I want to know. Okay. Say, I was say. Almost share a home. And yes, sir. ebedu baabi no obi be raise the issue Matisa Tuesday on beko national executive committee meeting.
Yes, so sana mati.
And I'm hoping say ebe because omo masin omo nyina akosen sign there but it doesn't make sense. Ntima how do we find we na?
How do what you feel why?
Me cry me because come
that come do. Na the some money fast it you can just
you can't say budget now. Don't say leader Osahini Alexander Kwame na Afenyo marking all concluded a debate, a budget on debate, or say a budget way a cut and paste. Na mentiasio. So he gave pages there, say cut and paste. And now, so I took the budget and I went and looked at it. Sana no correct. Hey, on say budget of 2020. Time na yet he said. Omo the ministry 60 minutes say no. So almost say Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources say enka Ministry of Railway Development enka eba ne saying mama from President Mama now appointing the minister and year 2026 budget you have Ministry of Communication Ministry of Railway Development ever budget 2026 budget
I said
omo lefty Akufa do budget 2024 budget Akufa do and almost lifting their money bebre edu go a 2026 budget no more. Yes, say Ministry of Railway Development, Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources. Mama, do we have Minister for Railway Development? Do we have Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources?
Then
budget tomorrow.
I don't know.
What kind of allocation is that? Do we have Minister of Communication and Digitalization?
Then now budget now we discuss.
Me say word for word. And our Ministry of Communications and Digitalization. Omo by Oman Sasa Ministry. When him said this ministry is now Ministry of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations.
Hey. I can't patrol. My signature no.
And bra. Me nipa bi fi USA ba.
Okay. But
obedu probako kumase.
Okay. Mama yaga signature. Hey,
challenge. Wait, Janda be better than you.
On the AI. Hey. Eti onwe ni sika sem ho.
Mama yaga a signature die.
Majority.
Majority leader. Member of Parliament for Boko Central.
Who you fan hwe?
Mama yaga.
No.
Ayo bet be je fish. Me dance pa chale.
Again of US never.
Again pointy here pa.
Also me I na nkofo kan yema ne bebre I some of them menya an extremist politician where I am by my party even when we go wrong. Yes, nkofo ne bi. To be send ma di we nra. To mo ka say my price and call down. My price and call down. Mensa da follow mensa da na ja yan yata say ofie ya mere udidi anu wada yan tonya masa ndi enim na ekọ na obi se ne menra Accra to Kumasi one way no chowa say Mahama is working I guess na me say why ticket price I thought that abafom na me say is the dollar tin abafom
okay afeko hwe ya
ana
who him say the was being sarcastic
tim say is the dollar no say yes not sure it's expensive. December 2024 I paid less even though the dollar was around 16 cedis. Now me say oh sir no say yes I paid around 1,300 and I me can was say
ticket
yes
ticket
yes it's so this year last year no dollar is 16 he paid 1,300 this year he's paying 1,009.
What is the effect?
One way.
Kumasi. One way.
Let's me fair because
I cost you yani na say ya.
Which about 1,008 as I say.
Return you 4,700.
Yes.
True. The 2024 no it was less than 300.
1,000. He's paying 1,974 and
that's just one day.
2,000 no.
Almost 2,000.
Yes, almost 2,000. Yes.
And not say on Tiase because on no by last year, bro, Nyamusa, and he paid 1,300.
He should go to $900. He should go to court.
Yaw no na kofanse mi nyina ba wo. Yaw no. Oye no o kan asem bi sei. Na asem no ama medi yaw pa na yaw di hyeni mu. O kira no de yaw no be den e be ye bone. Intimi de se ni city dada no a ye nyina ye te ho fefefe. Me primary school abekoye. Me ni nua no nkrabofo bebre na koye. Once high school kra de enye religious school.
Dabi.
Enti secular ena eho no mini nkrabofo bebre ye nuanom nkrabofo ye no mo na ekoba menhia south crowd ye de wo a menhia south de alaba asonwase abuabu obotwa abuabu ni asonwase atwe ye ho ahia enti ye ho sei no menhia de ensusu bia ni ye no mo nkramofo ntem ebi kra ne ye nuanom Christopher kra ware awo
bebre
enti ye ho de ye normal pa mame so enti besre mpanyifo ye nhwe kasa ne ho ye enya afi ni ebe ye neema ede mpapa mu aba ho sebe ubetimi di akokot kokota sa cases we no me case ade kokot dibe mu a wadi bem so me case ade kokot dibe mu a wadi bem ubetimi di akona ye de mra to ho but you want to say in all human societies, in all human associations, adiema ayonkofa ananipa mienu tumi nante the word compromise. The word compromise. And only ade etimi nipa mienu etumi nante. So what I say, say won't mean compromise ya. Na chief worker say one ne mfa ha ensene ha. Onne no emfa ha enye den ensene ha se yantumi amfa ha ansene ha nipa mienu ntumi ntina da ewo baabia so etimi sremu wenye case a de kokot dibemu a no wadibem fi say the cause should be a cause for the entirety of the society enti se wokọ na wudibemu a ubehu se it's against majority of the society. Na integration ya fight ya yenya all this while no na sabi yibe lusu enyefe it mesrem panyifo me mesrem minister for education. In fact President Mahama kwa benya ontu ne nansi asemu so enya asemu a woso mo miedi ne court because be bia victory be ko bia no
other side no will not be
happy. So matisi binumu kasena Methodist school ebi musu make argument says so far aban su di nisika kweshe school ni mu it is no longer entirely religious, but it's also secular because there is public investment. In fact, that argument also holds because here the public money kweshe beebia. Can you now say obi ane ma mitua tax o ma ne ma hobi baby ultimate kasa and I'm sorry no so sebe it was sentimental value to them.
Yes
for some time almost so say mun fire school su my and our buying so me find day emma so at say and also cry no mrem no aban ye pushia ensem be den ewo it would say even the involvement of government in the school no cry a compromise.
Yes.
A compromise. The church has compromised for government to be involved because bia enkene komuso de beko court akwache ho man so say schools me ye dia. Look, do you sincerely think say sorry e wo Ghana ha nyina aka say school we ye dia ye ne aban che ho man so aban betu no ma twe man so government can't. Government will crumble. Government sabi you will buckle under pressure.
Yes.
And na sabi this was school so ejama en sorry no a sika was so omudi shame no nei ebi onkomo nye de omunya fan Roman for instance en kane no na Roman ye discover free Rome
eba yes
Ene sika no ye free asori mana ho ene ye dia ye dwumadie bebre enti kane na sika free room ba no na asori no wuska ma se no mutu ye mpuntu dwuma bebre ene ebi ampuntu dwuma na asori ne ye ne kane no ene omutu nye den enye so enti aban muwa na wode boa sukuu no ubekom no na chese eyemwa esombo ma asori ni ye pa enti aban ene asori no sebe omumienu omuhia se omunante ewonte asemu ene asundue mu
yes
eno na broni friend compromises no they are accommodating each other for a greater good so it is abanisa mama ye nhwe ne say we were right we ne sa e di aseme den ebeba aban ni aso no so kan bo mu no aboa wade ye the social cohesion
yes
because now ye nyina ye timi ko boa no e suku o de okoroma asore de committed this asore de on committed this obi a timi ko bi imagine say be wi ase ne say okay onye methodist ni school ntimi ma bi eno nso e de mpapa mu kese e be den ebeba enti aboa with social cohesion enti se niema aboa kan ya bomu no mamu me enye entity enti me mesre president Mahama yese panyin trafie e massifo asedua anye den emfo se ohwe na se ono kra wontumi nya ompe panyimu bi wo maemu na onsisi asem no boko na emfatasi ye de bekwa akopie court because baby enkunindie beba bia no de wani nkunim no enya ade e ho be den ebedwo fi se de ya wo beba akiri asem no so de bebre ye nyina ehudi esisi wo Nigeria no de twetwe mo enti besira wo mo
me kai se ye wo pokwa na edu kwasi ada na ye kwa asori a ye mate ni bia ba ko alasan ujafo jejejejai odi asa but no we typical Muslim yeah typical pa but kwasi ada drug Oloka jamon jende ye so den nkolo agye white
exercise
and alasan tisere wo sa ne nyina ye bogene so you know ye fese alasan aba se ni se etu de bi ko pa ye mate ni bi no a omo ye Christians no ahomachen be 40 alasan mu kudi mo pass se ye no bo ko didi oh but se pass ma anye bi enti no
yeah emre bi a twem na Islamic cleric bi no Spain
okay
na omo hye bi wo Spain se wonye wansom asumbi a ewo ho sabre no a yebekun na Islamic cleric no oye bokoboko wo de no fra asom no se ne be ya obenya ni tradidi mu ti akire ino to free Spain ediko pie mu ewo Egypt as Arab countries ne baako o kan sembi o say martyrdom is admirable,
yes,
but it is not required.
Okay.
Now, book be a friend of politically, a friend is saying politically correct. So book no, and now some kind of
okay.
Or say to the beer, unipa adjusting home for a purpose. Na brebi be swa, ube to me a day, every mu. So what I say, enti. And ya maybe wa I was see a tiasie for a greater good.
Yeah.
Na society in Cabo Munya Day, Emra, Sani Etino, Yentina of a ye ni Miami Kumasia Santa Kotoko. Na Baba Yareni, Mamuda. Wow, ye just say, FKK, FKK. Ubeko out you na Ananikobo.
Yes.
When you just a fair
Maxo Kunadu.
Maxo, I don't know. After the person is saying,
but Kwame, you see, some of the no lawyer are canning, but near a tennis, some of the Baffour from Peace Council Bam.
Okay.
Nti omu ye meeting ba ku mienu echi no na nti ase enche da anya dwuma papa. Na omu ye and say okay, any court and decide. Dem say court ni decide wie na ehwe ba bia emra ne wa. Then perhaps a beer na ka Peace Council san abamu biu abehwe say omo betoto eya but I don't think say a prudent sir.
Yeah, because court will leave you there.
But the example actually me tell omo kan achimota de no. Unsa achimota omo school na school ni so omo mpene because of the looks ni man ya de. Omo court no. Court no ebu awie no. Omo chese settle asem no. So the understanding is that okay, setisa ye fan court. Na court no undecided based on the court's ruling no. Na perhaps it be as a peace council or masa aba mu biu abehwe say okay ebi a we kura wini nanso ni say nti no yem pene so ma we enko but say ebehia say if there's a way na minister no besa aba mu biu ama peace council san akostart bibisa anka beboa
me madam ba ko haya nuti fache me ni efra Efenyo Yazid Adam, very brilliant chap. One day said me the neighbor was say I attended a secondary school belonging to we're Muslim to a Methodist church. During our time, we were allowed to fast and pray. I think that sometimes it is the individual schools and their management that creates the problem, and not an entirely religious tension. And the also can say to the
Wesley girls I think the main dressing and yet a brown more so move I'm dressing in the fasting the pet.
Aye.
So
and I dress in hijab
dressing the hair and no pet any more a how can but dressing there
you call parliament you know. We share the standing orders of parliament. Your committees are ubiano. I was all a member of. We share Constitution of Ghana no was a parliament you know committees any day until with the committees near human we are na what the adjumano report no about the two parliament in na parliament wa approve and I say wa approve so anu aboagu until every member of parliament must belong to at least one committee. Into your committees of parliament, it be a regional groupings to say ECOWAS, AU, Pan-African Parliament, near there. Na ye wo say your parliament for fra the committee be of parliamentar. Omokwatena se no ma agree to the formula.
Okay.
Ye de share committees no.
Okay.
Na ya na ni gina edom dodo a party ni nyina ewo parliament. Na omo de akwa agree to the friend of the formula no.
Yes.
Enti de mu akwa agree na formula no enti mu agree bi a committee no eye miensa. Yesi esan say majority no numbers ne do so nti yema majority ni mienu na minority no yema mo baako ehwa na esi ho wie sei pa nipa majority ne do mo beko no eyomo a ne decide e ana nipa minority no so do mo beko no omo a ne decide enti minority no ahihye nipa omo do mo ko every committee.
Okay.
And a minority no ede Yura Afenyo Markins ekoye as a member of the ECOWAS Parliament. It Ghana domo a yede omu free parliament of Ghana ede ko ECOWAS Parliament no minority no yede a ewumu no yede Yura Afenyo Markins eka and yede ne koye. Na Yura Afenyo Markins was our parliament no emse wa wo ho a acheyi na emse ne mo ne dwumadi a wodi ho no akonanim kakra enti yenka bi nhyiemu da bi ye wo ho a Yura NDC foi Yura Baben ene Ayariga omo si Ghana domo a yede ko ECOWAS Parliament no omo be pass resolution eyi Yura Afenyo Markins afrim na omo de ye maame
your friend saying Patricia Page
Ababishi. Sabi, Mumu Doma Mode Koye, Moana Muchri Nipa Modo Moko. Now for the Abane saying, and I must say, ye drum dear, Mona Mobechere, dear young Fananco. The Bekaku see in the say, on person which say Parliament Hono, a decline, a crime be a ye chart on say deputy leaders, no, and a ECOWAS Parliament. Tira Afenyo Markins, time or call, you know, not or your deputy leader. A tosumi, no, a doma ye do mo kono, a ma presence, a form, inti sebe, Yeni Ira Afenyo Markins, na yem fama makes Patricia PJ, and run any birthday, my part, Asuka Rosalinda. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Pa Oba Meishana Mema, happy birthday. And now, it's yin film, the infama part, Oba and Fanenko. Nasuampa say na mo penwa, senke nye boni, nanka ye kokuamu asem, enka mo ka no kokuamu, nanka minority for ya eden yate ase. Na sabi, si e beti ase, si e nti ase, eye asem.
Yes.
Enya mo na chinchina amode be hye ye kon. So, enti ewo mu se ebia esa ewo ho no enti ewura se chairman sabonsu breso no na ono bia wa anko ene ode ma
the deputy
ma ne koye ebia ye ba ye die ebia betumi apase asesa ye nsa no se de pese ye ne ma no bia ye different
ba kokoro po so ni se Honorable Afenyo Mark isi aso no wo di break kese
ewo ho
enti wo ka se wo nko dia it means that position no
and also abogana
yes
because the wode na ekono yentimi fiti preko pe e ma ne nko ye deputy speaker ewo ho
dabi
so enti e wo se wode wani to saa ne ma nyina opanyi o manfo mo ni anto e no mo so o ma ba be pass resolution tio sabi ye nipa no ye ne akire nipa a wo ko afedie mode nam se mo do so cheye nti mo na mo be kire yen de ye mfa ne den enko enti be kakra ne anhwe ya na mo be ka kire yen se yen kra no sabi anya ado afedie mo na mo be choose minority leader amaye
yes
e be kakra mo na NDC fo pepe so mo ne be choose chief whip amaye
on be pass resolution
na kire de onye chief whip
na unum de be sa ba on be sa pass resolution say wo height no we are 5.7 now. We sell my target. So we bro sir. It's one better target too. Say today's municipal.
The more boy or where I am serious. Nansan and me will left more parliament. And I mean you back who NDC. Obaye. No be left mama left na kono. And no jina kwana no. And no be dim komo. Oh. Ye pentem brabe jiremo.
Ni anko.
O se mpese me chi o se ne utumia esiti.
What said that? But in reality, no. It's me, yes, sir.
Was so a person what shall say you utumia esiti. Was utumia which be done left ano.
Which be done left ano.
No one will be all left to be a chain.
And that
people will do come
and I know my summer time and baby will be one. No position this one address is. You see, me in our home.
Yes.
It's anyway.
It's no. Omoye sa no. So ma pass resolution. Me nua panyin Afenyo Markins. Say me na omo pe no minority for ye press conference say entwe ye mpene so. Nti nua no course wa akọ ECOWAS Parliament. Na no na omode abase eyanimtia na obu Parliament in this idea omode ne co privileges committee say there sebe omukawa no sebe omu ne kura tumi no to metimi arokawa na afri abeti fisohwe privileges committee kura don yira ekwa na chese omukro omu do so chen ewo ho eti di omu pe na omu be dey ombeye enti say there akono pa na yigina as minorities wo na se na anu abato ekoto ye na nipa bi de abufuo ye nema Omemu any omaimun semno. Openyi yemfa ebufuo enye. Udi ebufuo ye niyeme bia ana broni beka emotions ana feelings wan hwe abetwa ketre mare utwa ketre masori a na wonwe nam bia enti se de MPP for ne Ghana for nyina ehu de ekoso na sebe ye bete committee ama caucus ubia kire nipa onfa nko a ene de NDC for na kire nipa ye mfa nko ti minu ya na de wo ne mo ya
emo ya can say that Peter
God on
emo ya
na asama aba no nim clearly uti lawyer the speaker ne order no quite problematic.
Yes.
Now I can see some intimidation tactics bia NDC for person omoye normally ehuna ne ehumbi she osahene ne minority MPs but you see I foresee say apart from intimidation on near your person chance somebody no crepa na ka no crow asem ni mo a nke ba kwete say ono speaker Bagwin okay say Kofodua conference but okaka say parliamentarians a
bribe no
omoje bribe you referring to a
privilege committee
so because
na address afum de ko say
so but or per se you refer was no say naturally
yes I'll be cautious
yes say be ya unko ye inti tactics be na o ma sheda some de to osan hene ne say be ya so chen bi say bia minority ni person mo ye bibi kura mpa ombe o ma anya careful a omo do to chen nti say no kra bi wona o so mo kakra wa nhwe a omuntimi because clearly mitie the venerable chairman Sabuntu no church ECOWAS protocol in sense mo kra no o say even kra so member kra wo ho na say sa parliament ne term no enso yempa yensisa no
okay yensisa no
o say it's part of the protocol say nkindika o sa hene wo hoyi Afenyo wo hoyi because oye third deputy speaker na omo term no enso ye no yensisa no
anya no kwa so de obi kan animonyam kese e de bro man Ghana say be a member of parliament you were minority leader no one third deputy speaker of ECOWAS parliament say animonyam e dey say wo yi no na de nipa wo for kwa sa police dey be man wana yet to be fair man no
dabi
afro be start afresh
yeah no na ne yen ni say tama all kind ni order no or parliament no copy bi wa utie na they say wo bua Afenyo kra effort that
for that
what one for because who can na after oka complaint majority leader de buy no narrative no church resolution ne kire resolution ni tumi a ewo to wie ya oba ya no oba be wie no tie before be that ma me ko to ne tie
okay
point 23 I want ni speech now okan ye de ma order no o say honorable members having received the complaint, the standing orders and the governing principles, till I am satisfied that the matter raised prima facie implicates the dignity and institutional integrity of this house. Pursuant to order 34:1.
He said what dear we. What dear we.
After o say committee no enko tenase. No mun kwaji enchechiremu. Enfan compare ECOWAS protocols. No fanye hwehwemu entoto omo stand orders ni nyina anwie no. Owie na obere refer na committee yanko nseminim no say or no speaker because I don't know this committee ni we are some dey report in parliament of the whole no be our debate na speaker a kire na dwen e wo ho and na speaker ma direction say be a asem na committee ndi aba no etwaso na say ntwaso but ono de asem na ekọ akoto committee no
yeah was that parliament I don't know
also no you satisfied say
paragraph say no read
23
now 21 21 miss me 21 was say
yeah.
Unlike other specific grounds of contempt set out in the standing orders, this category focuses not on the place where the act occurred, but on its effect. Conduct that conveys the impression that parliament decisions may be ignored without consequences qualify Asan was
me print no.
As an affront, as an affront to dignity, even if committed outside the presence of the house. Just a worry.
There be already or satisfied or you okay? Say, yes, no. The conclusion is that at the parliament, and no nyamne ni bibia abafo. Nje wo hwepa wo hwe ne order ni ya ope sanctions are and I say punishment or say the ma Afenyo no otwen.
Aye. And on one to prescribe sanctions.
Inti committee in court national fa sanctions kromna. No emma yem fambo Afenyo. Nje say no me hwe dynamic kind ne ya me understand ne say Wabuawi, ye train say on baby committee in best at adwuma na Afenyo akọ na punishment cry dey ama no ba ni nyina no emre ye ni nka so enra say no na ye koja
na kunadu
to me for 19 good years emu 11 years na obeka say omo pe
e no mo ye
8 good years as president and as elected president. Edu baby, ono ani party mumpo. NDC party no mo yini man. To the extent say o free party ni mumpo. Na nkofo a ono omo start ye na say NDC logo you know na could the design logo no o kai so ye so o be
ko na de kra.
To me e be doing sa no anye careful a bit my dad down.
Okay.
We wish them well.
We're talking about Nana Kuredu's demise in the course. Minim council, who are encountered that Nana Kuredu and Abia, your problem, not to say
Nana Kuredu, dear. Sebe, ye no. Anna, you who need you, my dear. I mean, Nana Kuredu born a home modern, a fama, and some who say, ye canipa, wa pushy pa, a mamma ba man, your simu, Ghana, abaco simua. Say na Kuredu udi ni free because upa for any call abaya echemu you hardly hear say no ba way minister or ba way or ba you hardly hear very influential government appointees
yes
in the past
yes.
But PNDC for iba ye any Nana Kuredu kobani ade nyina no utim se na afi wo piame and then a red beret for you na enra na juna medwin ade bi ho you kruma ensema bako wo kai se emre bi enra me kwayi na se
oh okay
na me kwayi na me hu 31st for ma no na adwene bi ba me trim na mre bi e ka se 31st they is sponsored Sabe Ghana by Sika and the 31st actually na NDC for no deny senior no credit omunya funding from donors nomne grants nomne ade mokai ntiede na 31st avidi NDC for na Rollins call Chema Rollins no ni aba mu biwa na afenyi
ayemre
ana Nana Kuredu ne kazo onye biu but mumienka 31st born home modern pa
oh yes
na omudi innovation bi bae sabre no ni nima de friend innovation na omutiti daycare centers e wudum
yes
Nana Kuredu nyame mfa ne kransie oya ade say na e state sponsored say e state sponsored no omuboy pa oyade
I think sad dear no 31st na work no emma bibra omo awo no omo ama meye burden on society or the family omo timi enya opportunity do ekwo adwuma koton omo niema because what in the ban no ebe 31st ho no ja no ono akoton ne maku no akoton
na o hye bebre nsudwa
ai
o hye bebre nsudwa
momo ye gari
yes
yeah
if I na crowd ye what a classic case of time heals what I say were a classic case of time heals and men and man bear 3 categories be but sad but another one so they say we can't have permanent enemies in politics
no we can't
another one me say who because and when I fed but I was telling myself this morning say NK MPP and the wild band say ya naka me yin senka e yi be kesi a chen
yes
sana me sana madwen here no because of when the lawyer wa hanti susu no na ye say
wow who lawyer dey was
so aha
lawyer obi a open asem pa anti emuna na de ba ye no